Alright, hello and welcome. Today I'm making part of my little Halloween crochet collection, and I thought I would tell you about how it all came together, because I was supposed to record a tutorial of this, but as you can see it didn't really work out and I wanted to use the footage, and I thought people like this infodumping kind of things and this crochet with me, so I'm gonna try now to turn this incoherent garbage inside my head into some enjoyable video that I guess you can listen to while you're crocheting your own thing. If you don't turn this off after like 1 second, I'm really happy. Thank you. So how this all came together. So I have this old friend Gabi, and she's a metalhead and I'm more of a goth, if you want to categorize me. But anyway, we like a lot of the similar things and aesthetics, and we both like alt and edgy crochet stuff. And yeah, so then we were just talking, oh, it would be so nice to like hang out with people and knit and crochet, doing some alt stuff. That would be pretty neat. So we want to make an event and we're working on it and so on. And then came also the idea that, okay, what would we do at this event, right? And then we started gathering some patterns that we found on Pinterest, that, oh, little pumpkin or little this and that are all spooky, like bats, pumpkins, spiderwebs, skulls and so on, that we could do at the event. And then, yeah, that's it. And then of course I came up with a bunch of impulsive ideas, like, oh, what about I make some patterns for this event and then we can also do that. So then I couldn't stop thinking about lace and spiderwebs and yeah, this kind of stuff. We were talking about how alt and edgy crochet is the best thing ever, because if you think about it, DIY fashion and lace wearers, these two in a Venn diagram intersect and they make a circle, and this circle is basically goths. So, and also Halloween is coming, so I should make a bunch of spiderweb stuff for ghosts, like lace, spiderweb, goths, crochet. You get where I'm going with this. Yeah, so I came up with a bunch of ideas that I really had to act on, even though I was supposed to do a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, so then I started making a little spiderwebs from my leftover yarn, because also fun fact, like Gabi gave me a bunch of her yarn. Like she ordered it for another project, like a shit ton of the same yarn, and then she ended up not making it. But then I ended up needing it for a bunch of my stuff, so I bought it off her in a way. So yeah, so that's why I have a bunch of the same fingering weight yarn. The spiderwebs started with wanting to use this leftover yarn that I had, and I thought fingering weight is a good starting project for people that want to get into lace but don't necessarily have the patience to do like really thin lace weight stuff. But I will get there later to the lace weight stuff. So yeah, so first I took this yarn, the fingering weight yarn, and then I made a little swatch of how can I make a spiderweb in the easiest way, like a bunch of chains and single or double crochet or whatever. And then I ended up making it this one, which you can actually find the free tutorial on my site for it. It's a written pattern, but yeah. So I made a little swatch for the spiderweb and I really liked it, and I thought it was very cute and it would be really great if I could repeat it somehow to turn it into a choker. And I made a bunch of sketches, and I ended up with this look, the one that I'm making in this video, where the spiderwebs are repeated like mirrored. So one spiderweb is always facing up and the next one is down, so you get this zigzag spiderweb string or yeah. And I really liked it, so then I made a bunch of versions, some with more distance between the sides of the web, some with less. I tried one with the spiders, but I didn't really like it. It didn't work out so well, but maybe next year I can do something with spiders, because I like the idea, but then I just couldn't figure it out at the moment the way I liked. So yeah, no spiders this time, sorry. Maybe next year. So, and then I made a bunch of versions with this choker. And as a choker, if you put it on, then you have the pointy ends make a bit of a V shape, and I think it's really cute and looks very like gothic and Victorian with this pointy part. So I liked it a lot. And then I thought, okay, actually choker, I could do also headband from the same thing, or I could starch it and make a bookmark. So I did all of that. I am also on, because it's summer and I don't want to do anything for the winter yet, even though I've been doing that all in July. I'm making another collection with a bunch of wool, and then I was really hating it because I was doing it in like 35 degrees and then I got fed up, and then I started impulsively making a bunch of filet crochet stuff. And then I thought, oh, I could make a filet crochet scarf like a head wrap with a triangle shape, and then use the spider webs as a border for it. And that would be super cool, because then with the filet crochet, then you can always switch the inside pattern. So I could use the same grid and then make a bunch of cool stuff with it, and then still use the spider webs. So then I ended up making that, and then I made a bunch of versions of that. And then you can also get that one as a pattern. So now at this time I have a choker, and then I have this scarf, right? And then I had all these cool ideas. How could I style it? How could I make this, how could I wear this triangle that's not just a headscarf, but then also, like, let's say a collar, like you see it here, or like this is a Swiss waist, like tie it on the waist and put the pointy part, tie it on the neck, and then it looks like a Swiss waist. The Swiss waist is a garment from the Victorian, I'm actually not sure from when, I think 1860, but I have to look it up. So it's basically an underbust corset with a pointy end, and then sometimes it had ribbons, and a lot of times it was matching the color of the skirt as well, so that you have this really nice silhouette where the corset is kind of continuing into the skirt, and I like that look a lot. And then if you make a black scarf and then you put on a black skirt, then it looks like you're wearing a Swiss waist, but it's made of lace. So then I thought that's like really pretty and interesting. Yeah, so I love that one. And then the other thing is why this is great is if you're lazy and you don't like weaving in ends, you can go, or sorry, I mean if you're going for an intentionally distressed look, then you can leave the ends unwoven and then also add a bunch of extra strings so that your scarf looks, so that the strings are evenly distributed on the pattern, so it doesn't look like you were lazy to do it, but it was on purpose that you didn't do it. Because the spider webs also sometimes have in real life like these hanging threads and some where the line is broken and so on. So then yeah, you can also go for that, and then you don't have to weave in the ends, which is awesome, right? Like here's one where I didn't weave in the ends. And then the last one, the earrings. So the earring came actually last because I was still thinking, okay, what else can I do with the spider webs? I was just thinking about the spider webs a lot. And then with the earrings, like I took one of the swatches that I had where it's just one single spider web, and then I starched it. And it's perfect. It's a little spider web earring. What else should I say? Right, of course, you can get the patterns on my site. The earrings are a free pattern. You can find it as a blog post on my site, and then the other two, you can get them as a bundle or separately in my shop. Yes, and I hope you like these. I hope you make the spider webs. If you do, tag me, write me, put it on Ravelry and so on. And yeah, or if you need pattern help, there is always an email included in my patterns, and I'm happy to help you. When people write me with the questions, you know, I'm like, hey, yeah, this is how it is and so on. Just don't ask me for tutorials because I'm really bad, like video tutorials, okay? Don't ask me for video tutorials, please. I cannot deliver those, okay? But anything else, I'm happy to help, and then just live your full-on goth fantasy this autumn and impress everyone with your crochet skills this Halloween, or also every day. I mean, you can wear this into the office as well, depending on your office culture or whatever, or how nice your boss is. But yeah, I think everyone should make lace, and everyone should make spiderwebs because they're like super easy and quick and addictive to make, and it looks amazing. So yeah, please make them. I hope you liked it, and yeah, like and subscribe and whatever, I don't know, follow me on Ravelry or these kind of things. Yeah, bye.